Hello students, this is the second half of 13.3, or 13.3b, looking at equilateral and isosceles triangles. Chosen some select problems from the 5 pages that were your homework that we'll go through together. Make sure you do them all, which you've already done them before we go through them right now. This one just gets a little bit warmed up. Which two sides are equal in this triangle? Remember these little dashed lines tell me the sides are equal to each other. So that's PR and QR. You may have a different order, you may have switched them, you may have had RQ instead, but make sure you have those two lines. A little dash above them. Which two angles have equal measures? It's the ones that are opposite. So angle Q and angle P are the ones that are equal to each other. Now in this one, these are not drawn to scale, but we're asked which ones of these triangles are isosceles. And the way we do that is by finding the missing angle for each of these. So if I add up the two numbers, I can figure out what the additional angle is by subtracting it from 180. So let's look at this one, for instance. 52 plus 64 subtracted from 180 is 64. So I have two angles that are equal to each other. This is an isosceles. 75 and 74 is 149, which means this one is 31. This is not isosceles. It's very close to 20 degrees off, but these are not equal to each other. This one similarly will be close, but after I add it up, I will get that this angle is too small. 132. This is 48. This angle is too big, so not this one, not this one. 80 degrees and 80 degrees. That means that this one is 20 degrees, excuse me. 20 degrees, but these two are equal, so yes, here's another isosceles. And this one, 30, 90, this has to be 60. No two equal angles. So just these two are the ones that are isosceles. Number 13, find the measure of angle C. I know that A is 36 and that these two added up have to make up the rest of 180. So 180 degrees minus 36 degrees would leave me with 144. And 144 degrees is equal to that angle twice, or 2x. Divide them both by 2, I get that this has to be 72 degrees. Number 14, find the measure of TRS. So I went from this angle right here. If this is isosceles, and I can tell by these marks, then this angle is equal to which angle? This one here. This is 20 degrees. If that's 20 and that's 90, this missing angle is the missing part that would make this smaller triangle to the right 180 degrees. So 20 plus 70 degrees would get me all the way to 180. All right, make sure you're doing those other ones. I'm going to keep on moving to page 129. And actually from that we'll keep on moving as well to 130. Similar exercise to before, but this time it's equilateral triangles that we're identifying. 60, 60, the missing degree is 60. If all are 60, that looks good. 60 degrees, 90 degrees, and 30. That is not equilateral. 40, 60, and 80, but they're not all equal. 60 degrees and these two are equal to each other. So it's going to take a little bit more work. Let's do this one first. All three sides are equal. That's equilateral. This one, that means that these two angles have to make up the rest of 180 degrees. Or 2x is equal to 180 minus 60 would be 120. Divide both sides by 2. X has to be equal to 60 degrees. Because this is an isosceles, it tells us these two are equal. And actually, all three of them are equal. They're all 60 degrees. I know I'm moving pretty fast, so if you have any questions, make sure you remember them for tomorrow. We're actually going to look at all three of the ones on the last page, because it gets a little bit trickier. I'm not drawn to scale. We're supposed to find the missing angle. This time it's angle D. We're told that WX, XY, and YW are all equal to each other. Which means equilateral, and each of these are 60 degrees. this one up here as well. But actually right now, if this whole thing is 60 degrees, let's look at this triangle to the right. I know that this 6 is 60 and this is 90. So what does this small portion down here have to be? It's got to be 30. Because 30 degrees plus this 60 degrees would be 90, plus that 90 is 180. And if that's 30 degrees, then D has to be 60 minus 30, which is also 30 degrees. So 30 degrees is equal to angle D. Alright, this one we're looking for angle E. We're told the 1 dash means that those are all equal to each other, and the 2 dashes means anything with 2 dashes are equal to each other. So we know that triangle LOM is an equilateral triangle. So if all three of those are equal, then each angle in there is 60 degrees. And we see that that makes this right angle broken into two separate angles. And this part's 60. The small part down here, that's got to be 30 degrees. And if it's isosceles, then this over here is also 30 degrees. And if I know two angles in a triangle, I can find out what the third one is. So angle E is equal to 180 degrees minus 30 degrees minus 30 degrees. Which means angle E is equal to 120. That's a decently big angle, but this is an obtuse angle, so that seems to check out. And then finally, let's look at 26. Ooh, there's lots of writing, so let's make sure we read through that. Triangle PQR is an equilateral triangle. So that's the whole thing. Triangle PST is an isosceles triangle. PST, okay? The measures of A, B, and C are the same. These three are all equal. Find the measure of angle D. Ooh, okay. Well, if all three of these are equal to each other, because it's equilateral, know that A, B, and C together are 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees, and this is 60 degrees. If A, B, and C are all equal to each other, and they add up to be 60, then each separate part should make up an equal amount of 60. So 60 degrees divided by 3 would be 20 degrees. Because each of those three pieces, 20 degrees plus 20 degrees plus 20 degrees, that's 60 degrees. Okay, that's probably useful. If this is an isosceles triangle, then that means that angle D has the same measure as this angle here. I could also call that angle D, right? Because they're opposite angles of the equal lines. So two angle D's is equal to 180 degrees, the whole triangle, minus B, which we said was 20, is equal to 180 degrees minus the 20 degrees taken up by angle B. Which means that 2D is equal to 160 degrees, which means D has to be 80 degrees each. That looks like it's almost a right angle, but it is a cube. So 80 degrees seems to check out fine. Okay. There's a few ways you can actually check with this using angles on a line. This is 60 degrees and that's 20. But you weren't asked to do that. You were just asked to get to the point, so that's 80 degrees. If you have more questions, and you can ask me about it tomorrow. Okay? Thank you.